friends. Today we're going to talk about the scratch test. Our learning target is I can determine the hardness of an object by using the scratch test. There's one thing to really remember in this lesson, and I hope you can see it because it's very important, friends. Remember, if the mineral was harder than the tool, we'll talk about tool and mineral pretty soon, the tool will leave some substance on the mineral. That means when we scratch it, if the mineral has part of the tool on it, that means that the mineral was harder than the tool. Keep that in mind, friends. These are your materials that you will need. You will need a penny. You will need chalk. You're going to need a tile. You're going to need your fingernail. Hopefully you have them a little long, friends. You're going to need them. You're going to need a paper clip. Your pencil. And your lab packet, so that way you can record. For the scratch test, it will be on page 15, and we're starting out with the tools. So these right here are the tools, friends. On page 15, it has scratch test chart. So this chart is what we are going to be doing and filling in as we go. So we're going to start with the penny. So I have my penny. And I'm going to start with the tile. I'm going to try to scratch it. I don't know if you can see it very well, friends, but there are 2 scratches on the penny. And I can try and rub them off, but they don't come off, friends. So that means, which is harder, the penny or the tile? In your chart, you're going to go through, and for the penny, where it says tile, because that's what we used, was the tile, you are going to write, can the tile scratch the penny? Yes or no. You can either put a Y or an N, doesn't matter to me, or you can write out the whole word yes or no. You're going to do the same with the chalk and the penny. So it might help if you turn your penny over, and you're going to try to scratch it. And see if you can rub it, if it comes off. I don't have anything on my penny, but if you look at my chalk, I do have a little brown. So that means that the penny wore onto the chalk. Which one's harder, friends? Think back to our rule that was really important on the first slide. If you need to, rewind so you can read it again. Then you're going to go to your chart, mark chalk under penny, write yes or no. Did the chalk scratch the penny? I'm not going to give you the answers though, friends. You need to do it. Think about almost our golden rule for the scratch test, but it's our big thing to remember. So then you're going to go through with all of your tools. So next comes the paper clip. So you have your paper clip and you're going to scratch. I don't know. Yep, you can see it, friends. What the paper clip did to the chalk. So I would record between paper clip and chalk, yes or no. And then I do paper clip and tile. And then you record. And then you are going to use your fingernail with the tile and with the chalk. And you're going to record it in your lab packet. Then it says, can a paper clip scratch a penny? Write a sentence. And then you are going to look at how hard the penny, paper clip, and fingernail are, considering what can scratch it. And then you're going to put it in order down on the bottom. First would be the hardest, second would be in between, and third is the least hard. So you need to do all of that on page 15. Then you're going to turn to page 16, which looks a lot like page 15, but we're not using the tools anymore to see how hard the tools are. We're using the tools to see how hard our minerals are. On the two previous pages, I believe pages 13 and 14, you have 4 minerals that you look at. So this mineral, this one, and friends, these 3 are 3 different minerals. And this is the last mineral. So you will be looking at these 4 minerals for their properties and describing them on pages 13 and 14. But in our lab packet on page 16, you're determining how hard they are. And this time you're using the paperclip, penny, and fingernail to see if it can scratch the mineral. So the first mineral would be this one. So you would put the name, which would be calcite, on the line. Paperclip, can it scratch? Yes or no. You would put the Y or the N. You're going to do the scratch test with the penny on that same mineral, and then your fingernail. This chart, though, has an extra column saying how many tools could scratch this mineral. So you're going to count if the paperclip, penny, and fingernail can scratch it, you would put 3 in that column. And at the bottom, you need to list the 4 minerals above in order from softest to hardest. And these are your minerals, friends. So the first one is calcite. The second one is quartz. The third one is gypsum. And the fourth one is fluorite. So you're going to use the tools to do scratch tests on the minerals. And complete this page. Remember to do the order. Good luck, friends.